TTS engines. Salvis, which one is your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite is the most basic one, Google TTS, because it has Latvian language support, and it sometimes switches between languages. Like you can write
Nice.
text in English, German, Latvian, and so on, and it switches the language and voice on the fly.
Mahado, which one is yours?
I'm on vocalizer with Samantha being my little, but sometime I switch to various. I'm trying to shout out to Google, but it has some issues in terms of like switching languages, but that is why I can't say. But yeah, if they could fix that, then no doubt Google will be the best for me, but currently it doesn't.
I'm surprised you mentioned the S word, Samantha. I don't like that TTS engine. Well, I think that places you with our friend Joe Hodge. You guys like Samantha. John, you remember
Yeah.
you and I giving Joe a bad time?
Yeah, because that's the iconic Apple voice. That's why you really don't like it.
Yeah, one of the main reasons could be that because it has like for its like the premium thing, which has some kind of muffled pronunciation and stuff like that. Because I'm using the compact one, which sounds literally great. So you should try the compact one.
Interesting. Yeah, I just couldn't stand Samantha. Mackenzie, which one do you like?
For me right now, it's a little bit of a hard one between Google and Deck Talk.
For you, though, is between the Deck Talk and the Google, but you're leaning more toward the Deck Talk, and the Deck Talk that we're talking about still has not come to the Play Store yet. If one is looking for it, they have to find it on GitHub. And so if you're someone who likes that Deck Talk, you'll have to find it on GitHub.
Yeah.
Okay, so Salvis, you said that you're using Google TTS with multiple languages, and I also do use 2 languages. And in fact, the languages that I use are easier to differentiate and to just know which language is which, because one is Latin and the other is not Latin. So actually, although this is the case, Google TTS does a very bad job when it comes to switching automatically between languages. So did it work, or is it working really well for you with respect to automatic language switching?
Yeah, since Latvian is also one of Latin writing language, then yeah, it switches well from between English, German, and Latvian. I don't work too much with non-Latin scriptures, but yeah, well, there's always a possibility to choose the language if I would need from TalkBack, straight from TalkBack.
Yeah, but that's good that it's working reliably. It's something that surprised me, actually.
I think the problem could be different these writing types like Latin, Arabic, Cyrillic, or something. That might be issue. When changing between those, it could be problematic. But between Latin languages, it works well. Yeah.
Yeah, but if we want to talk about which one should work better, it should be the Latin and non-Latin. I mean, when you are talking about different character sets, completely different character sets, it's not possible to just think that this is using that language or this is using the other language. I mean, because the characters themselves are completely different. So if it doesn't deal with this type of switching well, it's just a bigger problem. I mean, it's logically easier to distinguish or to just make the better switching when you are dealing with different sets of characters that aren't at all related. So this is what makes me just feel surprised about all of that.
Yeah, that's a job for Google team.
Yeah, and it works too well with like different English languages. Like it'll know somehow that I guess it just knows by the language of the page or whatever. But if I'm like reading an email from somebody or I'm on a page that's like a UK page, it starts talking in the British voice. And I just wanted to stay with US. So yeah, it works great in that situation when I don't necessarily want it to. The language isn't actually changing.
I hear you, John, because I've come across certain pages and maybe a Chinese pops up or some Asian and it reads it in that. I'm like, oh my, and I didn't want that, but
Yeah, and it's
or
hard to
like if
understand.
or if I got some email or from someone in the UK, for example, it observes the spelling there and it reads it out with a UK TTS voice and all of that. So yeah, it does work.
That's another issue that eSpeak has, and eSpeak is a little too it does it a little too much, which is why I don't use eSpeak. I would use eSpeak if I could, if it didn't have those stupid glitches with the language changing and everything else. I would, but it's eSpeak is just not. eSpeak is off the table for me, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's on a different plane. I give it a different name, but maybe not for the kids to hear, but you know what I mean. But anyway, yeah.
Or as some people like
Hide
to
your
call
ass.
it eSqueak,
Yeah.
or as some people want to call it eSqueak.
Yeah, I call it the HMA, hide my ... Dan, my man, let's talk about you. Which TTS engine do you prefer?
I prefer the Google TTS. Even on my old Samsung phone, I put it on the Google TTS. And I prefer the male variants. I haven't messed around with too many other ones. A lot of them just sound too robotic, and I don't really like the robotic voice, especially in this day and age when we have what do they call the lifelike voices now?
The natural
Neural
sounding.
voices.
Oh, natural
Neural
sounding, yeah.
engines.
Yeah.
Yeah, the neural engines.
Yeah, so I like that better than the robotic sounding. So I've tried out some of the other voices or some other TTS engines, and most of them that I've tried, they just sound so robotic, and I'd rather have a natural sound.
So which voice variant do you prefer when it comes to Google TTS?
One of the male variants, maybe 4.
Voices 4,
Yep.
5, and 7.
Yeah, it's either 4 or 5. It's one of those ones.
Okay.
I wonder why they don't have them named yet. Because like in Gemini, you can choose the voice there. They have some crazy names for the Gemini voices.
Apricot.
But the Google TTS is just voice 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's just like, it's kind of like, Google, what are you doing? Everyone else has these cool names. Everyone's like, oh yeah, we have Samantha, we have, I can't think of any other ones,
have
but
Aria,
Samantha and Heather. Yeah.
Aria. Oh, okay. Another
Yeah,
thing is,
Aria.
you guys are going to give me a hard time when I tell you this, but if I'm going to be using Google TTS, it's voice 1. I go way back with
Well,
that
actually,
one.
voice 1 is not bad though. Voice 1 now sounds good. It's not like
Yeah,
the
she
old
sounds a
legacy
lot better.
voice
She
that
sounds
we
a
used to
lot
have. Yeah, no,
better.
it's not bad. It's actually a good
I don't
voice
like
variant.
the compact. I do not like the compact Google TTS though. Blech. The compact compressed. Blech. No. If I get a phone and all I get is compact Google, get that away from me. I do not want it.
Just one interesting thing is that nobody mentioned eloquence. I'm not at all sad about it. This doesn't disappoint me at all. I in fact like this because I think we should move on and stop always preferring eloquence.
I agree. Eloquence is too overused. I don't use it because, I mean, come on. Like, I prefer the other formats over eloquence. I don't. You know which one of the two I prefer. I prefer because it has more inflection. I think it sounds better. You guys can give me crap for it, but you know what? I don't care about eloquence. I'm just like, finally, people are starting to step out of their comfort zone because, like, come on, people. But you know, people are people, and I'm not going to start an argument over why eloquence is so popular. So let me just not.
Well, eloquence is popular because a lot of us use it with JAWS on our computer or with NVDA, for example, if you purchase SAPI 5 from Code Factory or something. But I think it all goes back, though, probably to those of us who are a little bit maybe older. We kind of been used to using eloquence from a long time ago with our computers and all of that. And you want to have that symmetry going through with, you hear it on your computer. You want to hear the same thing on your phone. And I can see why people that go back to those years would like that continuity of that voice from both the computer and the phone, because you're used to that voice. And I know that's why when it got away, a lot of people were upset with it. And for me, I decided to exclusively started using the Google TTS, and the Google TTS just kind of grew on me and became, one of my favorites and my default.
I've been on Google TTS's tail for a while because there's a few things that, like, I still like it, but I still can't. I don't think I can use it as a daily driver anymore. For some reason, you only get the high quality Google TTS for US English, and that's one gripe. And as I said before, I do not like the compact Google voices. If you give me a phone that only has the power to use the compact Google, I will switch to a different engine within a heartbeat, because I'm still on Google's tail, and if they decide to take the high quality Google voices away, I am done with them permanently. I'm done with them until they get their act together.